Remember this project I told you? This I explained you in the project. How many of you remember? Data source being right. So we don't need to define. Suppose if you add data related class path Spring Boot automatically detect this libraries in class path and create automatically Spring data source configuration beans. Okay, automatically this will be created. So if you add data related libraries in the class path of Spring Boot project, so when that means in pom.xml we should add in pom.xml we add Spring Boot starter data dependence, right? In pom.xml we add Spring Boot starter data dependency. So just like as I told you, right, for a web there is one starter pack, there is data for another starter pack. So like that, Spring Boot auto configuration will detect those libraries in the class path and automatically create beans, so that you don't need to create separately. Your effort gets reduced. So with auto configuration, so developer effort gets reduced. With auto configuration, developer effort gets reduced. Okay. With auto configuration, developer effort gets reduced. So because of Spring Boot auto configuration creates some of the beans, some of the components. Okay. In normal Spring MVC or Spring REST without Spring Boot, we need to create the, okay, developer needs to create. Okay. Developer needs to create the components, required components, wherever required. So all that effort will be saved now. So that is a powerful feature of auto configuration. And how this auto configuration will come? How this will come? This will come from this annotation. So @ Spring Boot application you take. So this is a combination of configuration plus component scan plus @ enable auto configuration. So this annotation is a powerful annotation. I told you, right? So this annotation. So how this is coming? When we generate the project from here, when we click on generate by selecting this, automatically this class is coming. Okay, with whatever name you select this artifact ID. So that will come with this name, and this annotation will be coming automatically. And this annotation is a main program which is running on a main program. And this annotation is a combination of this configuration, component scan, enable auto. Okay. And this enable auto configuration is the one, this one. So which provides auto configuration features. Auto configuration. Right. And if you see configuration and component scan, whatever you define the beans, okay? Like if you see here in XML, we say like this context component scan, okay? Like where it will go to this package and scan, okay? So configuration and component scan means, so this will check for the controller component service repository beans and create automatically with the component scan, right? See, in XML we say like this. Right? So in XML we say like this, component scan, but here this will check for controller component service repository beans and create automatically with component scan. Any doubts till now? Any doubts till now? Any questions? Any doubts here till now? Any questions? Everyone understood? Till now the concepts. Understood, right? Any doubts till now? Auto configuration. Right? What about others? Lakshmikant, Om Prakash, Praveen, Rameshwar, Pushpa, Anuradha, Archana, Sarita Sari, Devasish, Sandeep, Soam, Vamsi Krishna. Yeah, at least tell yes or no. I'm spelling your names also. For that, you just tell yes or no. Yeah. Good then. Yeah, I think, see, let us be our class interactive so that, because why I'm telling like this, Spring Boot is very important. Okay, Spring Boot is very important. That's why I'm actually, because this will be useful for your interview questions and for your career switch. All right then. What's the next feature? We'll only write logic. That's all. What's the next feature? Inbuilt Tomcat server. Okay, inbuilt Tomcat server. How inbuilt Tomcat server is coming? Suppose if I go to this web, see here I have a Tomcat here, you see. Spring Boot starter Tomcat automatically. When I include this web module, this web module also includes Tomcat also. Tom server also. So that's why when I start the application, automatically Tomcat server gets started. When I start the application, automatically Tomcat gets server started. You see? So we are seeing a Tomcat started. I did not set up separate Tomcat. In this Spring Boot project, only Tomcat has come. How? So because of this one. Okay. So now you understood, right? Now all the three features we studied: starter packs, auto configuration, inbuilt Tomcat server. Right? Now, what we will do is now, the next topics are, now we studied how to develop, we quickly created REST API also with this, right? Tomorrow what we'll do is, tomorrow we'll develop a Spring Boot project with a controller, service, repository, with a REST controller. Next is service class. And the repository. So this is with Hypernet. So what we do, we develop some REST APIs here. REST API that will connect to the service layer. Service layer will connect to Hibernate. Hibernate will connect to the database, right? And then you'll get the response back again. Right. So tomorrow we're going to see this Spring Boot project. Then, so what we'll do is we'll develop some REST API to read student data from database using Spring Boot. Okay. Then after that, what we do is, then we use Spring Boot project with the caching. Okay. So the same project we do with caching. That's what we are going to see. The next one we are going to see Spring Boot project with the JSP, right? That's all. And then we'll see Spring Boot actuate. So if I can complete this, Spring Boot will be done. That's what Spring Boot, this Hibernate is the, right? Okay, I'll check the project which we can do. Actually, I have one call to join at 7 o'clock. I have to urgently join one call. Tomorrow we'll continue practicals on this. So first we'll continue this. Second we'll come to this. Yeah, in this Hibernate only we'll see Spring Boot data JPA. Okay. All right then.